Yo, what's up guys? I'm here with an X and Y UU battle versus my buddy Afro Smash. This is for the UU Premier League Week 2. So Week 1 I played my boy Faji or Weepone. Week 2 I'm playing my boy Allen. Now I actually brought the team that I used versus him in Grand Slam that beat him. Mostly because it's one of my most comfortable XYUU teams that I had. And also I thought it would be pretty funny. On the side he says, is this a rematch of UU Open? So I was glad he remembered, but I want to lead off with my Hydreigon because if he leads off with Chandelure, I basically have to sack something or make my only two switch-ins being possibly Hydreigon and Haxorus would take over half from Stab if this thing is Spec. So I'm going to lead off with my Hydreigon because I am Choice Scarf as he ends up leading off with his Chandelure. So I can go for U-turn because he does have two Pokemon that can come in on this, one being Gramble, the other one being Empoleon. So I'm going to U-turn on now as he does end up going on to Gramble, and I'm able to go out to my Jirachi. Now right here, originally in our game for the UU Open, I did a similar play with my Whimsicott, except I went for U-turn, and I was able to trap his Empoleon with my Dugtrio. So I didn't want to go directly for U-turn just yet because I figured he wouldn't go directly into Empoleon since I could easily trap him with Dugtrio. So I decided to get up my Stealth Rock right here as he does end up going out to Empoleon, and now I'm a bit in a bad situation because I don't really have a Pokemon that wants to come in on Empoleon. So I'm going to go for Thunder Wave because I want to cripple this thing as now I can go for U-turn. I'm basically forced into my Whimsicott because it's the one thing that can resist Scald from this Empoleon. So I go out to Whimsicott and I notice no items, so I'm not sure what he's actually running, and it doesn't register in my head that he could be running, well, you'll see. So I U-turn on to my Haxorus because I decided Haxorus won't really be very valuable. It's SD Haxorus. I do have Tailwind support from my Whimsicott, but seeing as how he has a Fairy type, Priority Ice Shard, a Steel type to block my Outrage, I decided that Haxorus would be the most expendable member of my team. So I went on to Haxorus as he does end up going for the Ice Beam, revealing that he does have it. And now I'm just going to fire off an Earthquake as he ends up going out to Gramble. I was Mold Breaker, so he didn't really have a free switch into Earthquake anyway as he ended up going out to Gramble. And because I showed Life Orb, I was thinking he would fear the Poison Jab, so I decided just to go for Outrage, figuring that he might try going something that can resist the Poison Jab and outspeed me and knock me out, but it doesn't work out for me as he ends up going right for Earthquake, knocking me out, as I can now go out to my Jirachi. And at this point I am going to go for U-turn, expecting him to want to bring out his Empoleon, as I do get that correctly, and I could bring out Dugtrio, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm pretty nice right now. It's similar to the UU Open and a bunch of other games that we've actually had because he knows I love trapping. It's probably one of my favorite strategies in lower tiers, or it was anyway. But I go out to Dugtrio, click Earthquake, and this dude switches out. So I'm like, you really put a shit show, bro. But I had to clap when he did that. I laughed and clapped because this man was definitely, he definitely was tired of getting trapped by me. So he goes out to Hydreigon. I bring out my own Hydreigon because I figured he wouldn't go for Draco Meteor because I do have a Steel and a Fairy type. And now what I could do is go for the U-turn once again, predicting him to want to switch out, as he does end up going out into his Gramble. And what I can do is go right back onto my Jirachi, and at this point I'm thinking, crap, Empoleon is a threat. I can't trap it with Dugtrio. Suicune can't deal with it. I do have Combine HP Fire, which is pretty nice versus Afro Smash because he loves to bring a Abomasnow, as you can see right here. Abomasnow is like one of his favorite Pokemon. Same thing with Empoleon, Heliolisk. He loves these very, very similar cores. He's a person that I love to play because I know what he's going to bring, but it's still usually a pretty good match. So I decided just to click Iron Head at this point. I have to weaken Empoleon. It's my only way of potentially winning this game with a Tailwind plus Combine Suicune. So I am going to do something that probably a lot of people in the comments are going to get pretty upset about, similar to what I did versus the Aggron last week. I'm going to attempt to flinch this Empoleon down, because if I want to have a chance with my Suicune or even with my Hydreigon being able to revenge kill his entire team, I need Empoleon weakened. I don't have a Pokemon that I want to switch into. At the time, I didn't want to go out to Dugtrio because I was really scared of Heliolisk, as well as basically Gramble, and not really Gramble to an extent, but Gramble could just come in and go for T-Wave, as I know he does like to pack that on his Gramble, and maybe Dugtrio could bring it in on a prediction or anything. But he does end up breaking through, going for the Scald, does not get the burn, does a hell of a lot though because he is in Torrent range, as I only need a few more flinches just to finish him off. And I know a lot of people are going to get upset for me for doing this. it was my best play right here, so I had to go for it. So you could be upset. I understand. I'd be upset if I was in Alan's situation. He was actually, "Are you serious, bro?" And he was like, of course you use Jirachi." I'll actually show you. Something he said afterwards. But yeah, I was able to beat the Empoleon with my Jirachi, as now he's gonna go out into a Chandelure, and I had to make a decision right here. I decided to go out to Whimsicott because I'm expecting him to go for Shadow Ball, since I do have a Suicune, and it would 2-hit KO it depending on what he was, as he does end up going for the Shadow Ball, and I'm expecting him to knock me out here with the Shadow Ball. So I decided to go for Tailwind, as he actually ended up going out to Gramble, probably expecting maybe an Encore, or maybe even a Stun Spore right there. But I decided to stay in and go for Moonblast because I can't really switch out to Jirachi. I don't want to take any unnecessary damage. He does have Earthquake, as he did show, as he actually ends up predicting my Jirachi. So I get a free KO with Whimsicott, which I did not expect to get. So I'm able to knock him out, as I do have one more turn of my Tailwind, as he ends up bringing out Abomasnow. And I make the switch on to Jirachi, a little bit obvious, but I had to make this play at this point, as he actually ended up going right for Ice Shard. So this is great for me because he did not have a switch in. He doesn't really have a safe switch into this Jirachi. I mean, he has Chandelure, he has Heliolisk, they both do resist, but it's Iron Head. And combined with his own Hail, it's doing about 26% per turn. So he's at the point where if he switches out, he will go down to Stealth Rock. So I decide that, alright, how can I win this? My best bet is going for Tailwind and either having Suicune Sweep, because Abomasnow would be at 50%, so modest HP Fire would be able to knock him out. Iceman can knock out Hydreigon, and as long as I weaken Heliolisk, Calm Mind Suicune can potentially sweep, or spamming Fire Blast with my Hydreigon. I decided Dugtrio would be the Pokemon I have to sack. I'm assuming that this Chandelure is actually Choice Scarf, so I couldn't stay in with my Jirachi anyway. I wasn't max speed anyway, but so I decided to stack Dugtrio, as at this point Hail damage does bring him to the range where he cannot switch out. So I'm going to be able to go out to my Whimsicott, go for a last-ditch effort Tailwind, as he is going to be able to knock me out with the Shadow Ball, and at that range of HP I can easily go out to my Jirachi and spam Iron Head. It's my best play at this moment in time, because I don't have any boosts, so I can't really beat Heliolisk just yet with my Suicune. Maybe I could have Calm Minded up, but I would have wasted one turn right there and then another turn knocking him out, and then Tailwind would have been gone. But he's going to go out to Heliolisk, as I am just going to go right for Iron Head, as he is actually able to break through and go for the Thunderbolt. But combined with the Iron Head plus Thunderbolt damage, he's actually really, really low. So right here, it is my final turn of Tailwind. I decided to go for the U-turn because what I have to do is sack my Suicune. That way I can go out to my Hydreigon and Revenge Kill, and then it becomes a 50-50 with whether or not he goes for Ice Shard with Abomasnow or Earthquake. But he ended up switching out Heliolisk, so it definitely gave me a better chance, because what I could do is with that U-turn I was able to get the momentum on his own Hydreigon, go for my own U-turn. I was Choice Scarf, and I was able to basically Revenge Kill his Hydreigon, or knock it out rather, as I go out to Suicune, because if he goes out to Abomasnow, I HP Fire it, knock him out. If he goes Heliolisk, I sack my Suicune, and then I'm able to go out to my Hydreigon, and it's basically about hitting Fire Blast at this point. So I'm able to hit the Heliolisk, and at this point Alan's only chance is dodging a Fire Blast, and then going for SD, and then hoping it basically 2-hit KOs my Jirachi, which I don't think it would, because I am physically defensive, not specially defensive, since this team was actually made during the Staraptor meta, if I remember correctly, something like that, or it was adjusted to around that time. But I do not, or he does not dodge the Fire Blast. I'm able to knock out a Abomasnow, and that was a good game. So yeah, good game, Alan. 2 for 2 with Jirachi. Actually, I played my Black and White Cup, and I've been getting really, really lucky with Jirachi. I burnt a Gyarados when I needed it on the first try with Fire Punch, and another time I flinched a Volcarona to death. So, I mean, it's a Pokemon that does its job on my team, get up Stealth Rock, and is a great pivot switch, and you know, it's just been sweeping for me. So I know people are going to be upset about that. That's completely fine, whatever. It's Pokemon though, I do what I got to do to win. This is the team I brought, so I had to play how I had to play with the team. So, hope you guys all enjoy. Feel free to leave a like. Pokemon Red Randomizer Nuzlocke should be up tomorrow. I do want to leave a little announcement about that. It is going to say Finale in the title. I haven't played it yet, but it is going to say Finale in the title. The reason being is I've actually made a little bet with myself. If I don't win with my current 6, I lose the Nuzlocke. So if I don't beat the Elite Four and Shofu, like I'm gonna lose a Shofu. I'll probably lose to the Elite Four though. I lose a Nuzlocke 100%. And if I do win, then I win the Nuzlocke because I can't take on Mewtwo due to a glitch. I'm gonna explain this again in the video, in the intro, because people are gonna be like, I'm upset that you put spoilers in the title, but the first 5 seconds will basically talk about it. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoy. Feel free to leave a like if you did, and until next time, guys, later. Also subscribe if you want, you know, leave a little feedback. Appreciate that. Appreciate all the PMs I'm getting too. Thank you all for the support, and yeah, later, guys.